My name is Glory Pensra. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel. Welcome old subscribers. Good to see you. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a trouser pocket. So here, as you can see, our trouser has already been cut. This is the front of the trouser. You can see both the left and the right hand side there has already been cut. So we'll head to fix the pockets. To determine the length of our pocket hole, we would have to measure our hands. Usually, an adult female hand is about 5 to 6 inches wide. Mine there is 5 inches wide. As you can see, so we're going to place our tape 0 on the waistline and mark 5 inches downwards. I have to indicate that we had left the 1 inch sewing allowance on the side seam, so that's the 1 inch mark there. Coming to the waistline, we're going to mark 2 inches from the edge inwards. That's the 2 inches mark there. Using a ruler, we're going to connect from the 2 inches mark down to our pocket length at 5 inches mark. There you can see how it looks. Now we're going to add in 0.5 inch sewing allowance. This 0.5 inch sewing allowance would be used to sew our pocket back to the main trouser fabric. So now we're going to cut. We're cutting following our chalk mark, just as you can see. So you can see what we have there. Really lovely and neatly done. So now we'll head into making the pocket bag, and I'm going to be using this black lining to make the pocket bag. My reason for the choice of this fabric for the pocket bag is because lining is light. We won't want to use any fabric that will be very bulky and obvious for a pocket bag. So my client requested for a deep pocket bag. So the length of my pocket bag is 11 inches. As you can see, at the top there I have 8 inches in width, and at the bottom I have 9 inches in width. Please take note that this pocket has been placed on fold. I'm going to be making some sort of curve at the bottom of this pocket bag, as you can see. The reason why I like to make this curve is because it has a way of just directing the hands inwards towards the bottom of the pocket. Yeah, so there you have it. Once again, don't forget that I had placed this pocket bag on fold, so you can see there, that's the folded edge. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring back our trouser, right? And we're going to place our pocket bag behind the trouser. Now we'll make sure this folded edge is going in towards the seam there that joins the left and the right hand side of the front of the trouser. We'll neatly arrange it. So you can see the folded end there going inwards towards the seam where we'll join the front and the back piece of the trouser together. Please note that I shifted my pocket bag away from the seam that I'll be using to join the front piece of the trouser together. I shifted it away by 1.5 inch. So that's 1.5 inch away from the seam. So this topmost layer of our pocket bag here, as you can see, we're going to be cutting it off. We're going to trace the exact shape of our pocket from the main trouser fabric to the lining. Yeah, as you can see me do, you trace the entire shape, the entire side seam, the waist, whatever excess you have there, you trace, and then we're going to cut it off. Please note, we're only cutting off the topmost layer. Yes, just the top. We are not going to cut off the bottom piece down there. So once again, I'll just lay back my trouser piece on the pocket back, trying it out to see that the shape of my pocket matches exactly with what I had just cut out. All right. It won't look nice if we have our black fabric there peeping out through our pockets, because there's no way you're going to make this kind of pocket on a trouser that you won't have a part of the pocket back showing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of my main trouser fabric there, as you can see, and I'm going to bring out my pocket bag and I'm going to open it up just like so. We'll cut out a piece of the fabric and fix it behind the pocket bag. So I'll align the fabric piece with my pocket bag, and then using pins, I would hold it down. Now I'll just turn the pocket bag over to trim the excess of the fabric there to take the shape of the pocket bag. Turning this back in place, I'll just show you what our pocket bag would look like. So I'll close this. And there you can see our lovely Ankara fabric is peeping out through the pocket hole there. That's what we want. I'll just lift this up so you can have a better view. There, a pocket bag with the Ankara peeping out through the back there. So now we're going to repeat the same thing for the second pocket bag. To cut the second pocket bag, so we'll just lay out our fabric, and then we'll pick our previous pocket bag and turn it over right side to right side. This is the right side. We'll turn it over to face the right side of the other pocket bag so that we can have both the left and right side. Now we'll cut. So there we have a second pocket bag. One is to the left and the other to the right hand side. You can see they are both facing opposite direction. Please don't make the mistake of cutting your both pocket bags to face the same direction. So we're also going to cut our Ankara piece for the other side of the pocket. So I'll just take out this piece that was previously made for the first pocket bag and use it as a guide to cut the second piece for the other pockets. So we would head to a sewing machine and using a bias tape, we would finish up that edge there and then we'll stitch it down to the lining piece so it doesn't come off, and then we'll turn it over and our pocket bag is ready to be installed. We'll do the same thing to the other side of the pocket bag. So once again, we have the left hand and the right hand side of the pocket. Don't make a mistake, guys, of cutting two pocket bags to be the same, facing one direction. So once again, we'll go and stitch our Ankara piece down to the lining to complete our pocket bag. So our pocket bag is ready. We use bias, like I said, to finish up the rough edge there. Yeah, and we mashed it down, stitching the Ankara piece down to the pocket bag. You can see the stitch there running through the back. Sorry, the camera is a bit blur, but you can see the stitch running. All right, so we did exactly the same thing to the other pocket bag. Yeah, you can see. So now we'll go ahead and install our pocket bag to our trouser. So to this side of the trouser, this is the pocket hole. So we'll take the side of the pocket bag that is appropriate for that side of the trouser. We'll just match it up to confirm that everything is in order, just as you can see me do. Alright, so this is how it would look when we're done fixing the pocket. To sew the pocket bag to the pocket, we'll first take out our pocket. This is the inside of the pocket, as you can see. So we'll take the inside of the pocket and face it downwards towards the right side of the trouser, just as you can see me do, and then we'll go and stitch. But first I'll place pins to hold the pocket bag in place. So we are done. So this is it. We stitched up the pocket bag to the trouser by 1/2 inch. We even made a notch there at the corner, as you can see. So this is the right side of the trouser. I'll just go ahead and arrange the pocket bag just as it should be. Please note, I haven't ironed my stitch yet. I haven't ironed the stitch yet, so it looks a bit funny. I just want to show you how it looks. Then now we're going to head to the ironing board and iron this neatly. So the ironing has been done. There you have it. See how neat it looks now. Much more pleasant in the eye than before. Yeah. So I use pins to hold it in place while ironing. So I'll take off my pins now. Pocket is set. That's the back of the pocket there. Like I said, the Ankara piece would be peeping out, and that's the lining there. Everything is neatly done. Flipping our trouser over, you can have a full view of the pocket bag, right? Okay, but notice that we still have these two ends open here. So we're going to head to our machine and stitch that closed. We won't want our pockets to be leaking, you know. All right, notice this other end is on fold, so there'll be no need to stitch that up. If it weren't on fold, we would have to close there as well. Okay, so we are back from our machine and we've sealed our pocket bag closed. Using a bias tape, we cleaned up the edge. I like to say cleaned up, but it's actually proper finishing. We finished up the rough end there using bias. Same thing on the other side of the trouser. Yeah. So turning over to the right side, here's that pocket. All right, that's the pocket hole. I'll just put my hand through so you can see. We have a deep pocket there. We're done. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to share. Bye.